We just starting. I'm already drinking. Lord have mercy. Can't take him no place. Tall boy in the building. What's good with you, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Look at he looking around. He done turned off his microphone. He don't even want to say nothing to anybody anymore. We were talking for like 20 minutes, and now he don't want to say nothing.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm messing with you. Listen, this is Rebooted. We here. This is what we do mid-March. Appreciate y'all for being here for this vertical live streaming experiment that we do. We see folks starting to come in the building. Multiple platforms as always. Today we are on. So I was just telling Tallboy this. I for some reason been revoked from my TikTok access going live, so I had to resubmit.
And look, for some reason, YouTube, Instagram won't let me go live.
Like that. Something's happening, man. We done messed up. We done messed around and upset the wrong folks. We done messed. Right, but seniors in the building, so the show was official, so I am though. I think because I did just get access to go live on Substack. So let me see if we are live there. Substack is where I host my consumer electronics, consumer technology newsletter. And yes, we are live over there. So what's up with you over there on Substack? Appreciate y'all for joining in. We live and in the building. Say something so I can acknowledge you. DLCast is in the listening. DLCast is Chris Stone. He was just part of that webinar conference that I was talking to you about. He killed it, brother. Killed it. Bad mamma jamma. Greg B, I see you too, man. Appreciate you, brother, for being here. Talk about what's going on, man. You got all your buttons right over there. I see you doing some stuff.
No, I don't have all my buttons right, but I'm gonna make it right. Let's just put it like that.
You gonna make
I'm
it
over
do
here
what it
trying
do.
to make sure everything is live on my side, and
Yes, sir.
Instagram is just being disrespectful right now. But it's okay. Hit the spot. 10:06 is here.
Yeah.
Mama D is here.
Mama D is here. Hit the
Shout out to
spot.
them.
Yeah. So hit the spot. I was asking what is Substack. Hopefully my explanation was clear on that. It's a hosting platform where I have one of my newsletters, again, around consumer technology. And I'm a written word kind of guy. So that's where I put all of that content right there. So that's where we are right there.
Yeah, so Substack, if I'm correct, allows you to write blogs. And
Yes.
then now they're starting to allow video to go along with the blogs. Is that right?
Yeah, Substack is the truth, right? They are enabling a lot more functionality than some of the other platforms that are out there. They're all good. They're all great. Listen, and they all have their pros and their weaknesses. But Substack is, you can do your newsletters, your textual based newsletter. You can sync up your podcast, your audio podcast. So if you host on Spotify, you can actually have it feed to Substack as well. So you only have to record in one location, and it's on all those places. You can write blog posts. You can write notes. And now what's really dope, you can stream live. And you can stream live in either horizontal or portrait. So since Rebooted is a portrait show, I'm choosing to stream live over there in that format. And it do look sexy. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna stop looking at myself. But man, it looks sexy over there on Substack. Boy, we about to blow Substack up.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you over on that. I'm gonna get you over there.
I actually created an account, believe it or not, but I just, I'm not a writer. But when I heard the other day that they were going to start incorporating video, it actually caught my attention because it was like, that's a whole new audience that, is not familiar with my content. Now, if I can find a way to make all that work, that would be lovely. But
Yeah.
I just haven't found a way to make that work, if that makes sense.
We're going to find a way to make it work. We're going to find a way. Who is Soap? Soap over here with jokes. He said, what do you do if one day you wake up and see there's nothing more than darkness?
Hey, man. Welcome. That's all I can say, but I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
So coming through with some intellectual conversation. I ain't mad at him. Christopher Fry says, yell for help.
Oh, there we go.
There we go right there. There we go. Let me see. What part of India are you two from? No, Canyon Man. Listen. We U.S. United States player.
We want to probably be in India with the current state of America's affairs.
See, there he go. There you
But
go.
I think India might be a little bit more, relaxed, shall we say, than than where we from. But
Yeah, there's some things happening in our neck of the woods, but no, Canyon Man, we are both USA based, East Coast and West Coast, respectively. So appreciate you for jumping in as well. Speaking of, all right, then we'll get into a couple of stories. Y'all know how it is. This is just conversation, us chopping it up. If you got something, throw a Q in there, just drop your comment. We're looking at multiple screens because we're everywhere, and we appreciate y'all for jumping in. I was going to say, speaking of kind of the news of the day from a political perspective, just glad that this is dealt with today. Glad that the folks that were stranded on the space station came back home today. That's a big deal. They've been up there for
they took a 9-month vacation.
9 months. They thought it was Gilligan's Island, brother. They thought they were going to be there for like a couple of days. Just go there, drop some things off, whoop, drop off some groceries, do a little DoorDash.
No, stop
And
playing. They paid. Weren't they one of the ones that paid money to go up there?
No, these are actually astronauts. So I'm not sure. It's been so long. But all I know is that, and the guy with all the controversy, Elon Musk and SpaceX. If there's one thing he can do, he can build a rocket. He messed around, went up there and got him and brought him back, and they are back. They splashed down in the in Florida earlier today in the Gulf of Mexico.
So Elon Musk went and got him.
I'm gonna let that. I'm letting that marinate. What I call it. I said the Gulf of Mexico. So we call it.
Gulf of
Well,
America.
SpaceX. That's Elon's company. He's the CEO. That's one of his companies that he's trying to run. But yeah, they went up there, got him because Boeing stranded him. Come on, Boeing. You can't send people up in space and have them stuck up there, but they back home. So shouts out to the good people that work at all these companies, the good people that work at SpaceX that do the thing. So there we go. I just wanted to give that shout out. You follow. You got to follow the news, brother. You got to follow what's going on in the world.
I hear you, brother.
In the stratosphere.
I'm gonna let you have that one
because
this is gonna be your show today.
No, you're not even worried about that. Yeah.
Well, one, I'm going out the country. I didn't say I was going out of the orbit. I didn't say that.
I ain't mad at that. Let's see here. Arthur Davey. Am I getting you right? I am Brazilian, right? Listen, we global, brother. We global.
I see.
We got folks that think we in Brazil. We got folks that think we in India. We got Brazilians coming through. Arthur says he doesn't speak English, but he's in the building. My God. I better act right.
¿Cómo estás?
See, there you go. All right. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, and just again, you said this was going to kind of be my show. Let me get my couple of things out of the way, and then we'll go into some other just more general conversations. I am an OG data nerd. Where my Pebble folks at? Who remembers Pebble? The Pebble watches. Pebble was the smartwatch before there were smartwatches. Pebble was the watch that you could play Tetris on. You could, if you knew how to code in the language, you could actually write apps for it yourself. It wasn't locked down by a Google store or an Apple store or anything in the case may be. They went under after a number of years. Then the CEO and some of the team went off and started another company called Beeper. And Tallboy and I have used Beeper in the past. Beeper was an application that you did install. It was cross-platform, iOS and Android, that essentially aggregated all of your social feeds. So you could get all your iMessages, your WhatsApp, your Facebook messages, all of those in one single app. Makes sense, right? It's dope. But the itch was always there, and I'm glad that they finally scratched it. And today they launched a pre-release or pre-order for the new Pebble OS watches, and I'm gonna get one. I wanted to buy one earlier, but I've been working on this presentation that I should have had done already. Do you wear a watch? Thought what you wear a watch?
Nope. I have my eye on a Citizens Navahawk watch, but that's about all that I have my
Okay.
eye on.
Okay. So
That's the
not too
only
much of a
watch.
smartwatch guy.
No,
Oh,
I don't wear jewelry. So one thing
okay.
about me, if you haven't paid attention, in my younger days as an athlete, I thought
Oh,
I was cool, and then jewelry came up missing, damaged, or broken. So we just
well,
stopped
see, I knew
wearing.
that story. I didn't want to go into your, and I didn't want you to put the
No,
business
we
out
just
there,
stopped
but you
wearing
put it out there.
jewelry,
Okay.
and we
Okay.
stopped wearing jewelry, and like I said, I only wear jewelry on special occasions, and and as soon as I get home, the jewelry goes back in the box. So yeah, no, so I don't know what the obsession is with smartwatches, rings. I could see the earbuds because you're listening to music, you want to take phone calls. I can see smart glasses, but you know, I'm just that's just not for me.
Okay, okay. I see awesome fun things in the building. I would expect him to know about Pebble and maybe have one on pre-order already because this is where it's at. Look, well, look at this man. He says I wear two watches.
Two watches.
It is man. Forget the two chains.
Yeah, two
Awesome fun
watches.
things is two watches. My gosh, brother Worthy, I
Awesome two
see you over
things.
there. I
Hey, that's
see
his
you.
name. That's his new nickname. Awesome two things.
Awesome two things. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, this is dope. I mean, e-ink. I mean, so night and day, glare in the sun or anything. The pricing is amazing compared to an Apple Watch or even an Android watch. For 149 or 225, they're going to be shipping. So the black and white one will be shipping in July. The color one with the metal frames, touchscreen will be shipping in December, right around holiday time. You can get your folks some nice things for holiday time. I need to get an affiliate link first, and then y'all can go buy one. But let me get my affiliate link first, and then I'll make sure to share this link with y'all to go get you a Pebble watch.
Outside of the Pebble Watch, and this is a sidebar conversation.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of these pre-orders? Because I'm looking at a product right now, and everybody wants you to pre-order,
Yeah.
and it's so frustrating to me because it's like I understand you want to get your sales and you want to guarantee X amount of units sold before you go, but I mean we've been talking about pre-order for since the pandemic,
Mm,
where it got popular. And it was like, hey, pre-order your new phone, pre-order the video game, pre-order, whatever it may be, pre-order your wine, pre-order your Beyonce tickets,
mm. Had to
whatever
do
it
that
is,
too. Yeah.
Uh, So, I mean, but pre-order. What are your thoughts on pre-order? Do you think that this is something that should go away? Or do you think that this is just the standard and this is just to let people know that let the market know that these people are serious about the product? Not taking away from the Pebble Watch, but
Yeah.
you just mentioned pre-order, and I'm not a fan of it, but I want to know what your thoughts on it.
It's a financing option. I'm from believe it or not, that's what I think it is. I think a lot of iteration and a lot of engineering goes into a lot of these tools, products, hardware, software, whatever the case may be, and it's a way of getting a cushion of finance so they can get to that next point of being able to ship it. They built it. They know folks want it. If you can chip in and help us get to that next level, and I'm just speculating, but I'm thinking that's what it is, right? Help us get to this next level of being able to ship them out sooner. We shipping this out in July and in December. If we can get all the funding, if we can get some more pre-orders in, maybe we can rein that in a little bit. It's iffy sometimes because again, if it's a company that you don't know about or if I don't know about, I'm real hesitant to just start dropping one, two, three, four, however many hundreds of dollars for something if one, I don't know the company and it's not completely fully baked. There's just random reviews by YouTube influencers out there. So and then you mentioned about the Beyonce ticket. Shouts out to Beyonce. We going to go see her in a couple of weeks in LA. I know you went to go see her, so I'm gonna need to know all the background. But yeah, we had to pre-order those tickets, and one, I didn't like the price for them. I'm gonna say that. Uh, I'm not gonna
That's
say.
suspicious.
See, yeah, you can say what you want to say. Ticketmaster is the mafia. We are never gonna get a sponsorship from Ticketmaster if I keep talking like that. But it is the way of the world, I think now, man. Right? Again, a faster way of getting those finances, a faster way of getting that monetary to change hands from consumer to manufacturer to get the product, hardware, software, service, whatever the case may be, to you.
Awesome Two Things says pre-order is venture capital without venture capitalist.
He said it better than I did. See, I was just rambling off. He said it better. He's using big
So
words.
basically, you give us the money and we already got it funded, and then we don't have to go secure it from other funds. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
from other bigger companies or venture people with money to where they take a bigger cut. Is that what I'm getting from what Awesome Two Things is saying?
I'm looking at the name, and then you say awesome two things.
That's his name for the night. Awesome Two Things. I'm sorry.
I
You
love
got
it.
two watches.
You got two
Two
watches.
things.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's again. I'm outside looking in. I don't think it's negligent. I don't think it's done in spite of. I think it's again just a way of accelerating the market because there's so much competition now. And again, this may also have something to do. We don't talk a lot of politics, but this may be something to, hey, let's get this to you before it all starts hitting the fan. Before Pebble can't get the components from overseas to get it to you in the
But
U.S. or what the case
everybody's
may.
doing it. PlayStation did it. Xbox did it. Video
Well,
games do it every year.
well,
So I'm
that's all
so
overseas too. That's Japan. That's China. I mean, none of that's coming from here.
no, but what I'm saying is remove politics out of it,
Okay.
of the current politics.
Yeah.
This has been going on since the pandemic. So with that being said, my question, it was been going on pre-pandemic, but it did not get popular or people did not pay attention because it was like we're all sitting down. But
Mm,
pre-orders have been going on since the beginning of time. But I think
yeah.
we're just now starting to pay attention. And I have my eye on Shift Cam's Plank, and it's on Kickstarter.
Mm,
And I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but Plank is a solid state drive for mobile phones, and it's the world's smallest SSD. And
well,
so,
I'll say this before you keep going as I bring it up. But yeah, see, ShiftCam as a company that you and I both know, so I would be more comfortable of sending them a couple of dollars because we've seen their product. We know that they are reputable, right? I'll bring it up. ShiftCam Plank.
yeah, so I've had my eye on this, and now they got me on this FOMO of one day, X amount of hours. Do you get it at this price or do you pay? But my thing is, what if it does not come to market?
I
So
hear you.
because it's on Kickstarter, but we
Yeah.
already know that the Pebble Watch is coming. But look at what happened with the Rabbit. You remember when the Rabbit came out? And when the Rabbit came out, everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be the next big thing." Even I was blown away with the Rabbit. And then when you got it, thank God I did not spend that money.
Hmm.
But when you got it, it was a piece of crap. So now, what they say, you have the early adopters, you have first generation, you got the masses, y- then you have the stragglers, and then you got the people, the stragglers, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like I'm an early adopter and I'm buying into this, but I got burned with the Black Magic A10 Mini. They said pre-orders did not come out until December, but they didn't start shipping until January, which I didn't receive until Valentine's Day. And
Wow.
then the following month, they turned around and said, "Here's the Black Magic A10 Mini Pro." I just got it. How you didn't even give me a chance to play with it, and it's already, not even the new toy to have.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating because we pre-ordered, right? And when you pre-order, something else comes along that might be better. And unfortunately, with the Black Magic A10 Mini, you know, their predecessor came within 60 days of the one that you had me pre-order for. So that's why I said,
Because they
do
had
you
those
think?
in stock and they were just collecting dust in the warehouse. But so what you're saying and everything that you're saying falls in line with what with two things are saying right here. Right, Kickstarter is really not a store. It's just you hook us up with some cash. We gonna line the pockets. We trying to do good things, and we'll hook you up with some perks. We'll give you something a little extra if you back us. If you're an early adopter, if you were an early backer. And there's risk in that. I remember Peak Design. I bought every bag from Peak Design. It don't make no sense how many bags I got from Peak Design. They started out on Kickstarter. We know these folks as well. So, right, we know that, who is it again? The folks that are doing this one? The drive. ShiftCam. We know ShiftCam, right? We both have their mobile creator studio kit for your mobile devices. So we know the product is hot. It's hot.
Solid product.
So,
but now I'm worried because what if the first batch is not right? I'm stuck.
Yeah.
And that's the risk versus reward. I got a cheaper price. And my thing is I'm trusting in the company, but I want the product to work. That's why I brought up the pre-order.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to concert goers. You know that they're telling you that this person is coming in town on this day. So if they get sick or they cancel, that's the risk versus reward that you get with that.
Unless it's Lauren Hall. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Lauren Hill, you mean?
I mean, Lauren. See, that's what I get for trying. That's the devil. That's the devil right there. I shouldn't have did that. That's what.
Solo says sounds like hype and a money grab. So, I don't think Plank is a money grab. I think it's just one of those situations where it's, do you take advantage of the early? I believed in you in the beginning, so I get a cheaper discount, but I have to wait until May, June for the product to come.
Right.
Whereas I could just go into Best Buy or B&H and I can just go buy the product. Right.
And you
right
know it's there, you know it's QA, QC'd, all that. And if it's broke, you can take it back the next day.
Can't take this back.
Well, can't take it back, brother. You know, I'm looking at the risk and challenges right now. Shipping, legal variances, defective products. We endeavor to ensure that each product is of the highest quality. However, we understand that no production process is perfect. If you receive a defective product, please contact us immediately and we will arrange for a replacement to be sent to you. Your satisfaction is our top priority and we will do everything we can to make it right. ShiftCam coming through. Shouts out to ShiftCam. You know, drop something on there. Drop something for me. The champ is here. See what I'm saying? We got Love Audio Production in the building.
I see him over there in
global.
the UK.
Man, we global, brother. We global.
Shout out to Love Audio. Shout out to Corliss Adams 1 on Instagram. I definitely appreciate you tapping in with us over here.
I should look at my IG too, because I've been over here. Okay, I was so worried about Substack, I didn't even look at my IG. Okay, there we go.
We just having a conversation. Two brothers talking tech and having a conversation about current news. And right now we're talking about pre-orders, but I'm pretty sure he's ready to shift over to another topic. What did Solo say?
I'll bring in this one. Yeah, Solo saying it's risky because if their production streamline is off, I will be upset to get one model and then they drop another one within 60 days. You speak nothing but the truth.
Case in point,
the truth.
that's what I just said about the A10 Mini.
It's terrible. Wouldn't like that at all. Wouldn't like it at all. We're going to pray for you though. But you're going to do it because I know you. What you're going to do is you're going to get that.
My thing is, so I'm going to say this to anybody that's watching, catching the replay. Storage is starting to build up. You take photos on your phone, you take video on your phone, and you got to be able to back that stuff up. And where are you going to put it? You can buy an SD card, you can buy a flash drive, but where are you going to put it? Because eventually that's going to fill up. And with our phones, you can pay Google or Apple for cloud storage, correct? But my thing is, I don't want to keep giving you subscription money every month, because by that time, I could have just bought this Plank or any other device that has, hard drive or solid state drive space. So I'm looking at the cost of cloud storage versus having the storage to where I can have access to it in real time. That's where I'm looking at when it comes to storage. And I was looking at my storage today with a bag full of external hard drives. Then I got my NAS behind me, and then I got the storage on my laptop, and then I got the storage on my phone, and it's like, where's all this stuff gonna go? And considering that I just came from out of town last week, about to go back out of town again this week,
Mm-hmm.
storage is starting to build up on my phone. Where is that going? I have to have a place to put that stuff
Got to.
because these are memories that I don't want to lose
Yeah.
or that I can't afford to lose because you can't get those moments back. For my use case, you
Yeah.
have to figure out what you're going to do with yours on your end. But do you continue to pay Google and Apple,
It's
or do you
tough.
look at cloud storage? I mean, hard, or do you look at solid state drive or hard drive? What kind or home based storage?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually in the midst of possibly migrating for some of that as well, because again, I work in that field and but still don't trust all. I don't put all the eggs in the same basket. So I mean, I got stuff in multiple locations. I got my OWC drives here on my desk. I got NAS drives. So again, I back up the backup to make sure there's a backup. But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
But
Uh,
I think the consumers are not paying attention to this
yeah.
and to awesome things as backup equals iCloud. Well, at what point do you stop giving them money and you start hosting your own? Because by the time you pay for a solid state drive or external hard drive or even a flash drive, you could have saved some money and just say every 90 days I'm doing a dump onto my hard drive or onto my home device, and then that way I have a backup for a backup, and then I know where it's at.
But a lot of times, and I'm going to be a devil's advocate, a lot of times people are paying for that convenience, right? Instead of having like geez, awesome fun things. I'm getting everybody mixed up today. My head is in keynote presentations right now. What awesome
Well,
two things
focus,
is
brother.
saying here, right? It's all about convenience. And if you know how to do the technical thing, if you know how to configure storage locales, then do that. But if you don't, if you want to pay for convenience and know that it is backed up, assume that it's backed up somewhere. That's the iCloud, that's the Google Cloud, that's P Cloud, that's all those other locations. And those are the subscription fees that folks would just rather pay for than have all that infrastructure in their house. Not everyone has the studios and the desire to have external SSDs and Samsungs and SanDisks and OWCs and all that stuff in their home. They would just rather boom, take a picture, know that it's being shipped off somewhere, wherever the cloud is, to keep it there until I want it back. Some folks are willing to pay 20, 30, 40 bucks a month for that.
Something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Background
You got
music
some
intensely. What?
you got some music playing?
No, I don't have no music playing, man. What's he talking about? We not trying to get any strikes. I told you I've already been kicked off of.
Speaking of that, I've been live streaming on Facebook for about a year or two,
Mm,
and
that's about to go away.
I keep getting copyright strikes, and I have to keep defending the strikes because I'm using copyright free music, or I'm paying for a service that allows me to use it, and I have to go in and defend my footage, so then that way I can, I guess, quote unquote, get copy and get my credit for it without it being muted. And
Yeah.
it's starting to get frustrating because every week it's the same music and it's from the same service, but I have to keep going in and I have to keep defending those claims, and it's getting frustrating.
Well, Meta's doing all kind of interesting things, right? And for creators, for folks, not even just creators, for folks who post video on Meta platform, they are getting ready to start limiting the length of time that those videos are on the platform. So next week on the 28th, they're going to start pulling video down that's older than 30 days. So I'm thinking that it's interrelated, right? What you're doing and you're streaming and you've got the license through Epidemic or Upbeat or whomever to be on those platforms with music. Somebody's not talking to the other person. The copyright holder, the license holder isn't speaking to the platform where it's going to, because I know when you sign up for Epidemic Sound and Upbeat and all those other platforms, within that contract and within that licensing, you specify that I'm opposed to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. And you get the commercial license for those tracks. Something's going on between, there's a lot happening with Twitter, Meta, TikTok. I point to TikTok because that's where I've been banned from live streaming. I found out about 30 minutes ago. But something's going on, right? Just within that whole whirlwind of those social platforms that cannot be explained. If someone out here can explain it, tell us. Let us know. Thaddeus, I see you over there on Substack. Appreciate you being here, brother. But this, I think, is connected to your situation. Just the fact that they're going through this reshuffling of storage of content. So if you have videos, live videos on your Facebook page or your profile that's older than 30 days following the 28th of March,
And this is all live stream
gone.
videos,
Yeah.
correct? So
Yeah.
if you're live streaming on your phone, or if you're doing a professional live stream, this affects all videos. Is that correct?
It does. You'll be notified via email and on Facebook when this change takes effect on your account. Any live video that were published over 30 days from that notification will be deleted. Now, the only caveat is live videos from memorialized accounts are not subject to this policy. So if you've already lost that loved one and you are now the owner, the living trust kind of a person's profile who's being memorialized, then those videos will not be affected. But that's the only caveat. That's tough, man. That's tough.
So
Private?
when I originally saw this article, I was like, well, I already back up all my stuff.
Yeah.
But then think about the ones who don't have storage or don't even think about this storage that we just had this conversation about, right? And now they were at a concert, they were at an event, maybe they live streamed, a tragic situation. Now, and that was maybe 3-5 years ago. They got to go back and find those videos, or they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose that.
Mm-hmm. And you did the smart thing, because in this document, in this support note, they're saying download individual videos from your profile, save them offline. How to do it: go to your activity log, find the videos, and download them yourself. So you have those copies, because after 30 days, they're being archived. Not even archived; they're being deleted. So that's and what's terrible about that is because Facebook is the online scrapbook for almost everybody on this planet. Every other person on this planet is on Facebook, like it or not. They're on there for family, for friends, for business, for groups, social clubs, and all that stuff. And first place that you send a video or a photo is to your crew on Facebook, right? I mean, that is what it is. And now they're going to delete it, man. That's what's up with that, man.
And no one's not. And you got to think about all the people that went live back in 2018,
2 billion people,
2015. Now you got to go back and scour. And then the problem with Facebook is there's no search. There's no way to search for those videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem that you have with this. So now, if you went live back in 2015, hell, 2012, 2020.
That's so think about that. When you log on to Facebook, what's up, Mama? I see you. She talking about scrapbook. Listen, I may sit up straight. My mom's on the line. But you think about when you get that notification when you log on in the morning to Facebook and you see the memory. And you see, just like you're saying, something from 10 years ago. Not too long ago, I saw the pictures of you and me in Vegas at that first CES. Those popped up. And I was like, man, come on, man. That's too, if that was a video, I'd be upset. It's a photo, so maybe they're not going to delete it, but I have all my stuff archived. But that's just cool.
But video eats up storage a lot faster than photos. So they have to, not to in Facebook and YouTube's defense.
That's something I
We
would never
think
say. Go ahead.
in their defense,
Yeah.
we do not think about who's housing this storage. We're not paying for this storage,
Mm.
and we just think that their servers are just infinite. And we're not just talking about 100 people. We're talking about billions of people that
Like that is
use.
just saying 2 billion plus people. Yeah. So every
And
other
so
person on this planet.
and they're not charging you. So you've been getting this for free X amount of years.
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah.
right,
So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. And Arthur, we're gonna get to your question, man. Shouts out to you. I saw your question. I got the link pulled up so we can talk about the stuff you want. I brought this up on your show, the Lab Tech Show, probably about a year ago, and I said I would be willing. I want to pay for Facebook. I do. I would much prefer to pay for no ads, being able to customize and curate my feed, and to have some sense of ownership about it. So I'm one of the minority who would be down to pay, because I always say, and you guys know, you pay attention to what you pay for. I would be willing to pay for a premium version of Facebook. I'm not paying for a badge. I'm not paying for no blue check mark. I did for about a week just to see what it was all about, and it's not worth it. But I would be willing to pay for a premium version of Facebook to allow me to build my
preserve.
business, help build my community, do some different things. But I think I'm in the minority in that because
I don't
you.
think that you have a lot of people that's willing. So unfortunately, these apps have allowed us to get it for free.
Mm-hmm.
So people think that it's supposed to be free. No different from we go to Google and we click on an article or click on a byline, a news byline, and then it says, "Oh, you must be subscribed to Forbes, or you must
Yeah.
be subscribed to your local newspaper," right? And so, unfortunately, we're like, "I'm not about to give you $1.99, $2.99 a month just to be able to read your news. I just want to read this one article." And so, how many times have we backed out of that article and just said, "Oh, well, I'll just figure it out later," or if I see it again, I'll see. But I'm not paying for it. These apps have done the same thing. These apps, we got it for free. So now you're going to start charging us for it?
Mm.
That doesn't. I don't think the masses are ready for that. You should have started off with, "Hey, it's 99 cents a month if you want to use it." But I don't think that they were thinking about this in 2010, 2011
Oh
when
yeah,
Facebook first
Zuckerberg
came out.
wasn't thinking about this, right? He was trying to find girls, and right, he was trying to hook up with girls. That's what the Facebook was all about. You know, when he dropped out of Harvard, when he was at Harvard, and just like Kevin and Cox is saying, "What's up with you too, man? Appreciate you for being here." I agree with Tallboy at this point. Not many will pay, so I know I'm in the minority, but that's again why I think so many people are moving off of some of these platforms and building their own communities in other
Yeah,
locations.
yeah.
So, right, getting off rented land and getting that mortgage. So no more rented land, but going for a mortgage.
To Cecil AC comment, is YouTube doing it as well? No, they're not. They haven't made the announcement, but don't be surprised if they do in the coming years. I mean, they're already talking about YouTube Lite versus YouTube Premium,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
another way to get to get funding. $7.99 or $13.99, not to watch ads. But at some point, mm, I don't know. I mean, I just watched last night. I got caught in the scrolling of Instagram. And it was funny because 80% of the content that I watched on my timeline, I'm like, who are these people?
yeah,
I don't even follow them.
yeah.
So
They
they
just
just
popping up.
started yeah, they're just giving me people that I've never heard of before. And these are not sponsored ads. These are just regular video. I'm like, I never followed this person before. And it's like, where did this come from? And I've been off of Instagram for that reason because I don't like the way, quote unquote, the algorithm works. Um, I post my content and no one sees it, but then you're giving me somebody else's content that I never
You brother
followed.
can't win for losing.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, but I got caught up in the web of scrolling last night,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm about 45 minutes in, and I'm like, get off of this thing. This is why you don't get on here. So I don't know. I think, as I've always said, all these apps, they're just trying to get your attention. But now for Facebook to delete your content, your live streaming content, I think people aren't going to care about it until they need that video.
Yes. Right. Right. Until it hurts them personally. Because again, no one's paying for it. You click on that EULA, that end user license agreement, when you sign up and make your Facebook account, that we can
Nobody reads that.
sell. Yeah, nobody. Well, again, us data nerds read it, but 99.5% of folks don't read that. All right, there we go.
Shout out to Duke of the Valley. He said, appreciate the stream. I try my best to catch y'all. Coach Tallboy was my first basketball coach, so I have to support AIS community team. Kiss the glass.
That's dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Thanks so much for tapping in over on Instagram.
Definitely. Listen, let me bring up, because my man asked a question a while ago and he was yelling at us. He was yelling at you. So Arthur is saying, gentlemen, I don't understand a word you're saying, because he's multilingual, right? So, but we're gonna try to break this down, and he wants to research the G-Shock watches, because we were talking about Pebble and Apple watches. That's old school there. That's Casio. You remember the G-Shocks?
I've heard of them, but I don't wear them.
Well, you don't wear no jewelry.
Right.
Here we go right here with the Casio G-Shocks. I like the price. Personally, I'm not into this. I'm a smartwatch or very specific luxury brands. So, not saying that Casio and the G-Shock's not a reputable brand, will work, and I think you can do anything. You can go diving in them. You can wear them to the Himalayan mountains, and they'll maintain time and all that stuff. So I mean, I have no experience with them. I'm not sure if anyone else on the stream does, but goodness gracious, $300 for that? Hold on. Shock resistant, stainless steel. There you go. Water resistant to 20 bars. So you can go down a little bit and it'll still maintain. But I need something to tell me, like, heart rate. I need to sync with my Apple Music. I need to be able to get my email, my messages. I need to, raise it up and tell Siri to send a message to Tallboy that we go live today at 4. I need those types of functionality pieces. But hey, man, made in Japan. Shouts out to Japan. I lived there for 3 years, so I love Japan. Look at that, stable solar power. Now that's hot. Okay. Keep you on time. How's it gonna keep you on time as a watch? Okay. But hopefully we did some due diligence to you, sir, Arthur. You never know what you're gonna get when we get together. It's just rambling and chopping it up. But we looked at the G watches for you. Let us know if you got one. Let us know if you get one. Anybody in the comments, let us know if you get one. Thaddeus says, I wore them back in the day, and remember, I need to be on your show, gentlemen. Hit us up, man. Come on, Thaddeus. Let us know what you need. Hit us up, man. info@hicksnewmedia.com. Just send an email, and we'll make something happen. We'll get you on the show. They are formidable watches. I used to ride them and use them as skateboarder and parachutist. Oh, we got to talk to him. Parachuter and diver. So I found them to be amazing. This man jumping out of planes. Lord have mercy.
You ever went skydiving?
Man, come on. I'm not jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
Beautiful feeling, man.
I ain't doing it. You did it?
Yeah, I did it for my 29th birthday.
Wow.
I'll do it again. It was beautiful and peaceful up there.
I bet. I live 35,000 feet up. You know that. We travel a lot. I have no desire to jump out of a plane. And plus, so we're taking this trip in the summertime. We're going to the motherland. We're going to Tanzania. That's how they say it. It's not Tanzania, it's Tanzania. So we're going to Africa, and half of the group is going up on a hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not getting in no hot air balloon. I'm gonna be there with my camera. I'm gonna be there with my Ray-Ban Metas. I'm gonna film the entire thing. I might even live stream it. I don't know what kind of internet we're gonna have in Africa, but I'm just letting y'all know I'm not getting in a hot air balloon though. Lord no.
It was peaceful.
I bet it was.
He said we're gonna go on 3, 1, 2, and we were out. And then when we pulled the cord, it was just so beautiful and serene just being up there, man. That's all I can tell you.
Wow.
It just, I didn't want to come down. I wish I could have another 5 minutes up there.
And that's how long it was, huh? It was short?
Yeah, it was all of a 7 minute, if not even 7 minutes.
Wow. That's dope, man.
It was quick. I would do it again.
That's cool.
The hot air balloons.
I'm impressed.
I used to be open to the hot air balloons, but I've heard of too many accidents on the hot air balloon. I don't know if I want to do that. Now, if it's tethered, I would do it, but just to be floating.
That's what they're gonna be doing.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to make that move.
See now what's going. Here's the little behind the scenes thing right now. You telling this and you saying that right now. I got both my parents watching. I guarantee you in 20 minutes, my mom gonna call me and be like, Junior, don't get up in no hot air balloon and tell my grandbabies I could hold my breath to it. In 20 minutes after we done with this live stream, she gonna call me and be like, hey, let's talk about that. Oh, hold on. I believe my daughter-in-law would jump out the plane. Listen, your daughter-in-law is the one instigating this whole thing. So somebody need to pray for her.
Now, I really think that you should jump out the plane.
Woo.
Now, getting on the hot air balloon,
it's not gonna happen.
Let me know how that work out for you.
Not gonna happen.
Nope.
It don't matter. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
I stay grounded and rooted on the ground. I'm a 737, 747 kind of dude, and we keep the doors closed. Okay,
gotcha. I got you. Solo says hot air balloons are dope.
What's that?
Shout out to Star Maker's Hair, In King and Dev the Dope on Instagram. Thank y'all for tapping in.
Yeah. First 5,000 feet takes you 45 seconds. My goodness. Okay. See, there we go. Let me get to some more of these comments, and then we go on to this next story. Thaddeus is saying
something about video settings.
Yeah. That's the one we're gonna talk about here. Thaddeus said, I can relate to the sentiment. However, jumping out of a perfectly good airplane is a dangerous proposition. Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, Junior, please don't. My mom said she's gonna give me a balloon. She's like, hey, right? How much you gonna bring over some balloons? I don't need no balloons, Mom. But no, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not gonna do it. My God, that's funny. Cecil was asking, I was about to ask about the Ray-Bans. Is the video recording a little longer now? Funny you asked that, because again, I just did an update earlier this afternoon, and I think it's more of the AI pieces. My recording, the longest I can record on mine is 3 minutes. I believe Tall Boys can record, and you can speak for yours. I think yours is longer than that, but mine is 30, 60, 90 seconds, and 3 minutes for video. But live streaming is until the batteries run out.
So I highly recommend that you do not do anything over 30 seconds. I've done the 1 minute. These are original ones, the stories. Takes forever to upload the 1 minute videos. I can't speak on the new ones, even though I haven't put them on yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know on these, I switched from the 1 minute video back to the 30 seconds because one, I can get more content and faster clips, and it'll also download a lot faster. I just was frustrated with the download speed, and I'm running fiber here in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I recommend 30 seconds. but you can do your own testing. And if you're okay with it, you're okay with it.
You okay with it? I just recorded a video again about an hour before we went online because I got something that I want to do. I'm gonna do a quick clip on. So I recorded extended so I can have some B-roll as well. But yeah, and I'll drop it into CapCut, or I'll drop it into something real quick and chop that up and send it out. But the convenience is amazing. It's the truth. We've been talking about them for years, and we've said this the last couple of weeks too. We've been wearing these for a while. They get one commercial on Super Bowl Sunday. Now everybody act like they're brand new.
Everybody want them.
It's brand new now.
Everybody want them.
God. Okay. Y'all better
Ain't had
be
nothing
watching.
nice. Ain't had nothing nice.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all better watch the Lab Tech Show on Wednesdays on Lab Tech Show YouTube channel, and continue to tune in to Reboot It on Tuesday afternoons. This is where we dropping it. This is where we talking about things that make sense. Okay.
Solo wants to know, are you going to NAB?
Yes, sir. NAB is the truth. Come on. I'm not missing NAB. Yes. I missed CES because for some reason I forgot what I missed. Oh, I missed CES because I was saving some cash for something, for a major purchase, and that major purchase has happened. Yes, I'm going to NAB. Already planning and thinking about excursions and dinners and events and all that stuff to do. So NAB is the truth. If you're going to be there, let's make sure we connect, because NAB is where it's at. There's 3 shows that matter: CES, NAB. I put podcast movement and social media marketing world in the same vein of conversation, but CES and NAB, gotta go.
I will probably be missing this year.
I'll be thinking about you though. I'll be thinking about you.
I know you will.
You know,
I think Solo will be thinking about me too.
We will. We'll film some content. Let's do a video. Appreciate you. Hit that like button. Listen, man, that's what's up. That's community. That means we bringing value to somebody. If we bringing value, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. All those things. That helps the algorithm. That helps. We not worrying about algorithms. We just want to bring content that matters to the community here. Let me take a look at IG, because I've been.
Well, while you doing that, thank you to everybody that's watching.
Oh my God, I got some winners.
Once again, this is a social experiment where we're going vertical on all platforms, and we see that the stream is consistent with 28 people on all platforms. So 32 people, it just jumped up to 32, and to see it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I haven't looked at my LinkedIn page. It really looks nice. And I have 4 monitors here plus 2 phones, and it really looks nice. And I just want to say thank you to all the ones that are watching. And this is live, so
Yeah.
we're switching. We're moving scenes around. This isn't just I'm on my phone and he's on his phone. No, this is professional grade A equipment, and we're literally using our software-based streaming equipment making this happen. This is not just, just we're going live off of our phones. No, we're literally in front of our computers and we're making this happen. So thank you guys so much for participating.
That's a good way to put it. Tyler Perry ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah, all he got is some coins.
Well, we working on that. But listen, first and foremost, I've switched over to IG. I got some VIPs in the building. Lana, what's up with you, sis? I got my cousins coming in from Virginia, from the East Coast. Appreciate you for being here. Strick City, listen, DJ Strick, I love the panel that you led today. I'm gonna try to emulate that tomorrow when I lead the panel. I'm gonna try to follow in your footsteps, sir. You're a good man. And Michael Design is this man. I'm gonna put a link for his IG channel. Everything high end, like just the dopest stuff for your office and for decorating your studio and for I mean, the man is phenomenal. So I'm kind of enamored that he's here as well. Michael, we got to get you here on this show. I had him on, I don't know, it was back in the day, the Digital Collective or Technologist Forum, something back in the day. And he's a good man. Appreciate you being here. I've spent a lot of money, unfortunately, at Grove because of him. So buying like fancy leather pads for my desk. Hopefully you got some affiliate revenue from that because it was because of you. And Ka Jana, Khajana, talk to us. Appreciate you for being here. Forgive my typos, but what happens when the cloud gets exposed? Oh my goodness, my cousin over here asking hard questions. That's when it gets on CNBC or CNN. That's when it gets on the TV, and that's when everyone panics. That's one of the many faults, one of the many risks, one of the many consequences of, again, relying on external entities for your data. That's why I made that statement. I have backups to the backup to the backup. So when Amazon West gets hit and half of the internet goes out because so many entities rely on Amazon for their hosting, people get all up in arms, but realize, again, those instances sitting in a data center in Seattle or Ashburn, Virginia, or in Texas, wherever the case may be, if something happens, if a power grid goes down or someone tries to do an update and starts bringing down infrastructure, those problems can happen. And they happen less than more. So the pros outweigh the cons for that, right? The amount of time, it's just like saying flying is the most safest way to fly or the most safest way to travel. Right, because the number of accidents are far and fewer in between. But when it does happen, more and more people are affected. That kind of thing. It's a horrible analogy, but that's kind of the one that I wanted to use just now. Hopefully that makes sense. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray.
Solo, back to what we were talking about just a moment ago. He asked, "What are the benefits of being vertical?"
Okay, hold on. Let me put this up because I don't want to get in trouble. My mom is saying, "Hey, Lana," mom is saying, "Call Auntie." There, my due diligence is done. I don't want to get in trouble. What are the benefits of going vertical?
Yeah, that's what Solo asked.
Ease of reach, right? More and more people. You want me to answer, or you want to answer? Because I think we got very similar statements. All right,
answer it.
All right, I'm gonna cut this up. So I'm gonna cut you off for a second.
This guy. Go ahead. What are the benefits of being vertical?
One of the benefits of going vertical with our live streaming activity is that it's a lot easier to reach folks who typically would not reach you from a typical horizontal perspective, right? So consuming this content, you get the push notification to your Instagram, you get the push notification to your Facebook, to whatever platform that we're streaming to. And instead of you having to open up your laptop, open up your desktop, or even rotate your phone, I mean, those steps can be tiresome, troublesome at times. Easier to consume the content because you're already getting it pushed to you. It's now becoming more and more natural just to look at content and consume content from a portrait perspective, because again, that's how a lot of the social networks are. Swipe left, right, 30, 60, 90 seconds, so you can get that dopamine hit. Now we're serving you the content in a way that is much more convenient for the consumer. This doesn't work right for every show. This doesn't work right for every session, for every bit of content on YouTube or on any social platform. But for this type of content, for this type of conversation, you're walking around, you got your phone with you, boom, you just got a notification on your Instagram, Tallboy is live, boom, you open it up. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to open up YouTube. You're already in IG anyway. So we're getting to the masses and to the people in a much more easier way for them to consume this type of content. That's the benefit of it. Meeting people where they are.
Well said.
I'm gonna have to start putting you in the corners. I'd have been called out. Can't put you in the corner. But you know that's gonna be cut up. So see, like after we're live, that's gonna turn into a reel. You already were mad at me for making reels that didn't put you in a positive light. So I just took you off camera for that particular moment. James Riley in the building, Southern California. Good to see you, brother. We got to get you on this show too. Listen, Mr. Riley's World out there streaming. He does a lot of live streaming remotely, similar to you do, right? On the spot kind of thing with school, education, sports, and things like that. So we got to get you on here as well for Rebooted. All right, brother. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. I just want to make sure
If you guys have
well.
questions, feel free to ask. We still have our topics
that
we have our topics that we're going to cover. But if you guys have questions, just like Solo did, Solo says thank you for the explanation, and I think Solo's always learning. And so, do you recommend this for content creators? I think we're ahead of the curve right now, Solo, by us doing this. Most people are just accustomed to just picking up their phone and going live. But now you're talking about a professional stream where we're switching, we're putting articles up, we can bring in guests, we can have roundtables. I don't think that content creators are ready for that. But we also know that Instagram is where some people are, TikTok is where people are, and those serve that vertical format. And we want to make it as convenient as possible, because if you're on those two platforms, you're not accustomed to turning your phone in landscape mode. So we wanted to cater to that audience and say, let's make this as seamless as possible. Or to some people that are just sitting on their couch and they have the phone in their hand, and instead of just going to YouTube, they're probably on Facebook, and they can just literally just go live. I mean, just click the button and they're live, and they can watch us. Oh, we're stuttering. Oh my God.
Lord,
But anyway,
because you don't have your drink. You don't have your adult beverage.
Yeah, I ain't had no adult beverage in my system. I had the sports drink in my system today.
That's not gonna do nothing for you.
Not a damn thing.
Give him his juice.
Shout out to Nightlife Liaison. What's going on? How y'all doing? Loyalty Travels as well. I see you. But yeah, I mean, I think that we're ahead of the curve. Now, I think that this will happen probably within the next year or two, where people will say, let's do it. But right now, you got to remember, a lot of people, and I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but I'm going to call it the way I see it. A lot of people have not taken the time to invest into live streaming equipment. They want to live stream, but they don't.
Talk about it.
They don't want to invest in the right equipment. So there's other browser-based services such as a StreamYard. I can't think of the other, Melon. I can't think of the other one, but such as those, Restream, they allow for browser-based software to do this, right? But to do what we're doing, you have Ecamm and vMix, where they come into play and they allow this. And unfortunately, more people are focused on making sure that they look good on camera with the designer clothes, the cars that they drive, instead of taking the money to invest into this software. So it's no cheap shot to them. It's just that they don't take the time to learn what's needed and also invest into it, because this stuff ain't cheap. So, so once you take the time, it's like, how can we push the limits, especially when these software services have said, we're now making it accessible for you to go vertical as well as go horizontal. So it's no disrespect. It's just, if you can do it, let's push the limit. And we know that when the pandemic first hit, people were like, I want to go live on Instagram, and I want to go live on Facebook. I want to go live on YouTube, and I want to go live on TikTok. And you couldn't do it. And now these software services have now said you can do it, but it hasn't been pushed out to the masses or to the users in a way to say, hey, this is the new feature. You can do it, but no, we've already been set in our ways of saying this is just the standard. And James and I have said, you know what, let's push the limits and let's just see what it would look like.
I love that. I mean, that's what it's all about, man, right? Just trying to get a couple of % better each time we do it. and Tallboy and I have spent many a day, many a night trying to break something and trying to put it back together. Just trying to go live on different platforms, trying to bring in different functionality. You've seen us over the weeks. We've brought in surveys, we've brought in engagement tools, we've brought in escapes from the mainstream to kind of a lounge area and things like that, bringing in QR codes. So all kinds of different tools built and focused on the community to make the value as high as possible and also that engagement level as high as possible. So more and more folks need to do that. That's the call to action from us to other folks to go out there and do the thing. And shouts out to Cher Jones joining. Oh my goodness, she over there on Substack. Appreciate you, sis. All right, she's one who talks to a lot of folks, especially on the business side, LinkedIn, talking about understanding and leveling up your personal brand. So to have her join the stream, appreciate you as well. Bridget Taylor said, "We're gonna be in town for Essence."
That's my
Man,
people right there. What's
uh-huh.
up, Bridget? look, Solo and Bridget, y'all just think money just grow on trees. Like you're gonna be at Essence, you're gonna be at Nav. Like where you gonna be at next, tall boy? James, they think I'm gonna be at all these places.
Because you normally are. You will find a way if you gonna find a way.
Yeah, but I mean, I've kind of matured into all of
Mm-mm.
out of that, if that makes sense. And I love what I do, but it's like been there, done that, and I'm trying to level up out of the country. That's where I'm trying to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
at. So
We got different priorities now, but there we
yeah,
go.
I mean, and no disrespect to the musicians, but the musicians don't like to share the content. And I'm like, hey, I got this interview of you. I'm gonna take the time to get in front of you, ask you these questions. I'm gonna take the time to make you look good, and all I
Mm.
ask you to do is share it
Oh my God.
and repost it, and you won't even hit the button.
Pray for me, y'all.
So why am I putting the camera in front of you and you're not gonna help me help you?
Let's be
You
clear.
got the message,
okay?
right?
All right.
So, I'm just on another level right now. I mean,
It's a
I'm
new
on some
season.
internet. I'm yeah. My season is international right now, and it's trying to make it permanent.
This man, listen, you got stamps in the passport and you're trying to keep it that way, folks. We need to this is need to get them passports and do more trips, more excursions, more
Solo says,
things.
"What are your thoughts on Twitch?" And he says, "I'm also out the country as well." Y- I got you, Solo. You are out of the country. I see you making your moves. I'm not gonna knock you, but Solo, we just need to talk. Your thoughts on Twitch? I think Twitch is great, but I think that Twitch is not for the masses. I think it's great for gamers. I think it's great for the youngins. I think it's great for them, but I've had a hard time trying to promote Twitch to the masses. DJs use them, and I think it's great for them because they can play the music and not deal with copyright strikes and not deal with copyright issues. That makes sense. Um, but I think the masses are just not ready for Twitch, and I don't think that Twitch will ever be for the masses. I think
Mm,
YouTube has held a steady race with them, and I think it will be another player such as a Rumble, maybe a proto play that's in development right now before Twitch would ever take take shape for the masses. So that's just my personal thoughts. I think Twitch has found its niche, and I think that they're going to stay within that niche. They're not going to try and say, "Come on over here and have a conversation and cocktails." I
uh,
think that I think that that's for gamers, DJs, the younger audience.
yeah, the
But as
Kais and
far
knots,
as
right?
I just don't think that they're gonna come over.
Yeah, I mean the folks that want to vlog and be online with a camera on them all day, every single day. No shade,
And
no
there's
no
nothing
shot.
wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean that do your thing, and there's revenue over there. And you see, Kais not doing his thing, right?
Mr. Beast was over there. I mean,
Yep.
there's nothing wrong with the Twitch portion of it. I just think that it's gonna be hard to get a Lisa Maria or a Carolyn Hicks, Mama Hicks, shall I say, or a Bridget Taylor to come over to Twitch, and they're gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
"What Twitch? What is that?" I know
Yeah.
Facebook.
Right.
I've heard of Instagram. I'm lurking over there on TikTok, but me coming to Twitch, I'm not doing that.
That's the
Like
truth.
that's too much.
Yeah.
So I think that that's just where we stand when it comes to that platform there. And like I said, I think a Rumble is up and coming. And I think because they deal more in politics and right wing stuff, or right wing type commentary, I think that they're going to hit a play where somebody's going to say it was on Rumble, and people are going to start to see what Rumble is, and they're going to start to make their way over there. I think Proto Play, if they can find the capital, I think that Proto Play will be the new way to make money outside of YouTube. But like I said, it's still in development, so they're not fully baked yet. So I just think that that's where we are. And then you got to also think there's a lot of people saying that they want to have their own communities. So even I'm working on my own community. So I'm trying to come off of social media and say, meet me over here. So if I'm doing that, think about the other companies. Look at Fanbase.
Mm-hmm.
Fanbase has their own community, but yet they market on LinkedIn and other platforms and say, "Come over here. This is why you
Right.
should be over here." But they're not over on the main platforms outside of promoting their community.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. And exactly what you were saying. Lisa Maria saying, yeah, again, just over on Twitch for DJs and for folks that are live blogging and gaming and things like that. Again, let them do that. That's all good. Every niche, every community has their own thing, and do your thing. We're going to live on YouTube. We're going to stake this flag in YouTube and also in our private community. So we own our masters. Every session we own the isolated files as well, so all my old music heads understand what I say when we own our masters, so that kind of thing. Twitch and Discord are challenging tools. That's putting it lightly. That's very politically correct. Challenging tools. They tough. They tough. Discord, oh my god, this I get a
It's
headache just thinking
it's
about
funny
Discord
that you just
sometimes.
said what you said about owning masters.
Yeah.
I've had years later people come to me asking me to just be able to pull clips from something that I've been able to capture. And because I had those masters,
Yeah.
a check was cut. Not many, but to know that it got on TV, and one of my main requests is I need credit. So if
Yeah.
I don't get credit, on top of the
Yeah.
check, you probably not gonna get the content. So knowing that I got credit on a televised
Yeah.
show.
That
Just
matters.
because you have, yeah, that matters. And just to be able to say, "Hey, I was on Lifetime. Hey, I was on ESPN. Hey, I was on ABC." That just to be able to say you did it.
I let that marinate. You know what I'm trying to say now? Just let that because that right there, tall boy dropping gems on y'all. Jim Fuse is in the building. Is this on Substack as well? Yes, sir, it is.
Did he call you
Multi
Dr. Hicks? That man
Doctor.
ain't earned no degree.
Well, you
He
know,
ain't earned no doctor degree now.
you
Come on,
check Google me. Look at my credentials.
Fusion. Don't allow. Hey,
Oh
don't
my God!
overhype this man
See
like that.
that's how
Come
we
on.
go. That's it. Don't be bringing don't be
Mm-mm.
bringing up all the bad news. Mr. Van Hook is in
Meme
the building.
music ache. What's up, Sue? So fluent. Oh, so fluent.
He
Hey, I
can't
see
see.
that.
He can't see.
I
Lord have
can't. I'm
mercy.
over here squinting with
Good,
with four
and got
eyes.
his glasses on, and got his glasses on. Oh my God! Let's do this. Let's go into this other story. This is actually a story you may talk about this on your show if you're doing a show this week, but because
Solo got another question, but I want to hear what you got to say before I go into his question. So
well
we'll,
let's
we'll
do that. I mean, community is more important. I mean, listen, I ain't nobody. I'm
okay,
just Wizard of Oz back here pushing buttons. It's all about the community. Let's holler.
says the doctor. Um, Solo says, "What's your take on the evolution of the AI glasses, and what would you like to see in the future? I want a zoom option." That's what he says. Your thoughts, James?
What would you do with Zoom in the glasses? Would you control the present?
He's zooming in on the booty. That's what he doing.
Oh, Zoom like you want an X-ray? Okay, see again, I'm coming from the corporate world. I'm thinking, what you trying to, Microsoft Teams, Zoom? What you you want to advance slides with the? Okay, he said zoom in on the booty. Lord have mercy. I would like to see the intersection of what Google Glass was when it first came out and where we are today with these smart glasses, meaning some more data in the lens as well that we can see. So literally being able to talk to the glasses and not just search and say, I don't want to say it right now because they're on, hey Meta, look up this right here, give me some information on what I'm looking at. But I would, and instead of it just reading it back to me in my ears, I would like it to come up on the lens as well. So I would like to have more of the visual along with the audio feedback from the glasses, and that's coming because I've seen some other glasses that have that already. They're pre-order, early beta, those Kickstarter. So those are out there. I almost bought some of those because those look kind of dope. We talked about them a couple of weeks ago too, right? So that's coming, but I'm more hesitant to go with some of the earlier stage companies as opposed to, even though I have an issue with Meta, I would rather wait for a Meta and a Ray-Ban who are two well-known brands in technology and in this type of accessory to put it together. So that's the next thing. I would love to see not just the audio, but also the video inclusion from a sensory perspective. Good question,
There
though.
was a
Good question.
there was a company out at CES called Halliday, Halliday. I think that's the correct way to say it.
Okay.
They had a first generation pair of AR glasses, augmented reality, I guess
Yeah,
I would like
they're
to
over
say.
here on Indiegogo right now. Yeah.
Can you put that up on the screen?
Yes, sir.
So with those glasses, they had a small, like right above the nose, they had a small dot that you can kind of look into and you could read the text messages. They weren't fully developed, but you could read a small X amount of characters. Let's say 20 characters. I'm outside, pulling up or something like that. So you could actually see the text message inside. I would like to see that, but I would also like
There
to
it is.
see that green dot, and you could read the text message inside. But what I would like to see, Solo, um is turn by turn directions. You're walking down the street
Mm,
and it tells you to go right, it tells you to go left, just like as if you were using Google Maps. Um, when I'm out of the country and I'm using Google Maps and you're walking, it'll give you the street view. I would love to see something like that. I would also like to be able to read the text messages and it just comes up on my right or my left pair of glass. I mean, the frame. I would like to see it come in on the right eye or the left eye or something like. I would like to see that, so then that way I can kind of see the messages, and then I can say, "Hey, send this email out." See it type itself out, and then say, "Okay, send." Do I think that's coming? Yes, because based off of what I've seen with Google Studio over the last week,
mm.
um, I'm very impressed with what it's doing on the computer. It's only a matter of time before they put that in the glasses. So I think we're there. I just think it's who's going to get there first and who's going to do it efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I know James is about to go to another topic, but I highly recommend you guys look at Google Studio, AI Studio Google. Is that the right one? Is that it? AI Studio Google or AI? I think it's AI Studio Google.
Okay.
This just came out, and you get on your computer and you can literally screen share. And I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow on the Lab Tech Show, but you can literally get on your computer and it will literally, when you screen share your screen, it could see and read everything that's on the monitor, and then if you turn the camera on you, it could see everything that's inside of the camera, inside the frame of the camera. It could tell you what's in your house. It could tell you, I mean, whatever the camera can see, it can see you, but it can see my background. It can get into all of that. And so yesterday I was just playing with this, and I was saying, "Hey, I have this software here. Can you tell me what does this software do?" And when I tell you, I just showed the screen, and it literally broke it all the way down of and I said, "Well, I don't know how to do this. Can you walk me through it step by step?"
Wow.
Instead of watching a YouTube tutorial, it literally walked me step by step in everything that I did. When I see the glasses get to that point, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, the technology is already here. It's just a matter of who's going to do it and who's going to do it first and do it well.
Let me ask this: is this free to everyone? Do I have access only because I have Google Workspace, or can folks actually log on to aistudio.google.com and try this out? So you
Let's
said
ask.
you have it. And do you have
Well,
Google
I have.
Workplace?
Okay, Google.
So you've got it on your phone because
No,
you've
no,
got a
no, no.
Pixel. Okay.
Hold on. Is AI Studio for Google available to everybody?
Google AI Studio is available to everyone, but there are some limits on who can use it. You have to be at least 18 years old, and it's not available in all countries yet. If you want to use it, you should check out the Google AI Studio website to see if it's available in your region.
Hey, hold on. So before you say that, hey, Mom, if you still here, Tall Boy's AI assistant, I call it Wanda. That's my mom's niece. So cause it sound to me, it sound like my cousin. It sound like that, so I call it Wanda. I done named your AI. It sound like Wanda. So I got Lana. I got one cousin from one side on, and we talking to my other cousin. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, squirrel moment. Go ahead, brother. So that's
So,
dope. That's dope. Okay.
this website that you see now, the people that are watching, you're going to get early access because you probably did not know that this existed. If you have a laptop, if I think you can do it on your phone, but I think it's very limited to what you can do. You can't share your screen on your phone. But if you have a laptop, if you have a desktop, and you can go to any website and you can share the screen and you can talk to it. You have a 10-minute conversation with it. And then once you go over the 10 minutes, then you have to just restart, but it picks up and it remembers everything that you say. So,
That's hot.
this the fact, and this has been rolling out over the last week or two, but I think they just did some new updates this past week. And when I tell you this thing right here, um, you don't have to watch YouTube videos no more. You can just literally just have it on the screen. And they said it's supposed to be rolling out to the phones. And so you could literally just say, "Hey, this is my car. This is what it's doing. What do I do next? This is what I'm cooking. What do I do
Wow.
next? This is what I'm wearing. What pairs well with this?
Oh, this is
This is
dope.
this bottle of wine. What does it pair well with?" So it's eventually going to roll out to the phone. It's just not there yet. But I do know that if you do have a laptop, I do know that this AI Studio Google is the truth. So
I just
once
put
that
the
comes,
link in
oh,
the comments so folks can check it out. That's dope. I'm surprised another person in our community like a Nikki Saunders. I would expect her to be on the forefront of probably testing this out as well. So that's gonna be dope. If you're gonna go over this tomorrow on your show, I'm definitely gonna make sure to tune in for that because yeah, this looks
I don't know
hot.
how much of it I'm gonna cover now,
Well,
but
I'm see, I'm just putting it out there. I done gave you some action items, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna get this right.
look, you gonna be up studying tonight, boy. You're gonna be studying
You gonna
tonight.
you gonna get this. You gonna learn today. Thaddeus is saying
Uh,
it's not the technology that's the problem, it's the database underneath. Come on now. It's challenging to create a smart database that can be accessed away without having thousands of images put together for it. Good point. But again, this can't be overlooked because it's coming from Google, right? The co-pilots, the Geminis, you know, the Microsofts and the Googles and the Apples and the OpenAI. There's a couple of companies that you can't ignore. You've got to at least see what they're doing. And if Google is putting this out there, and as Tallboy just checked, it's open to everyone and it's for free right now, we at least got to take a look at it. We at least got to take a look at it. I can write my blogs. I can do some video Q&A. So that's dope for creators. Recipe list, like you were saying, city scavenger. No, that's cool. Trip ideas. Okay. Look at you. I'm learning today too. You bringing value. Ladies and gentlemen, Tallboy bringing value out here.
I'm just putting y'all on game. So
Put it on
like
some
I said,
game.
we can learn together because see, you might find something that I need or that I did not know, you know. So my thing is all I could do. I'm not gonna gatekeep this. Now I gatekeep a few things, but I don't I'm not gonna gatekeep this. This is available to everybody.
Everybody, do your thing. So it would be nice on a watch, not glasses. Your eyes are sensitive. That's true. That's true. That's
No,
true.
but like I said, once this comes to the glasses, to Solo's point, I know we've been around the world and back, right? But once this gets on the AI, once this gets on the glasses,
Yeah.
seeing the Google Studio or seeing the map telling you which way to walk,
Mm-hmm.
left, right, turn here, that's where I was reading an article earlier this week, and they said Mark Zuckerberg thinks that the glasses is going to replace the phone. And I think that he has a valid point there.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
I think the glasses may potentially replace the phone.
Yeah.
And now it's how much, because if you can get connected to the internet, and I think it's as long as you can be connected to the internet, you can pull your phone numbers, put it all in Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone numbers are already saved in a Gmail account anyway, right?
That's true.
So you know, okay, you know the name, call this person here, and next thing you know is calling that person's name, calling that number. I need directions. It's already, so the glasses just need to be able to sustain for the day. Right now, I'm wearing first generation, and I'm not happy with the battery life. But James said that he likes the battery life, or it's better.
that was much improved on the second gen. But yeah, again, it's come holiday time. There's going to be another generation that comes out too.
Right. So by the time we get to version 5, we might have something here. You know. So so right now I'm version 1, James is version 2. And then by version 5, everybody might have them, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, these are nice. Oh, I can call my dad. I can call my mom. I can call my kids." And once the kids get a hold of them and start live streaming at the concert, it's a wrap. That's the wrap there, because all it takes is for somebody to live stream from the concert in the glasses.
Yeah.
And everybody gonna have them for Christmas.
I've already told my kids next month, or when they go to the concert, when they go to the Dreamville Festival, I told Isaiah I'm gonna let them wear my glasses. Live streaming J. Cole.
And I think, and if I'm correct, I think it goes for about 30 minutes on the live stream.
I think it goes longer. So I was live streaming a session with Robert Downey Jr. at CES last time I went, and they were up there talking for about an hour, and I kept going. There's no limitation. There was no limitation. So wearables, especially glasses, are definitely going to be the thing. Mr. Van Hook is saying that's it, man. That's it. And you can get them without, if you don't wear glasses, you can get them with just clear lenses and just regular blue lenses as well. So they're safe for computer work and things like that. So, man, just put them in your sunglasses. I got them in my sunglasses, dude. I got regular glasses and my sunglasses.
So hit the spot 1006 says my
Oh, she
Google.
want my glasses. That's right. She was asking.
She says my Google voice. I mean, my Google lady sounds like Boquisha.
Yeah, I put that up
And
there.
and Solo says that's why the Zoom function is good. Yeah, so you can zoom in at the concert. So he
He
can
wanted
look
to
at the.
zoom in on the booty. Lord have mercy. Can't
Yeah.
take him no
Shout out
place.
to Johnny. I see you, Rodney. I see you watching. Thank you, Sheila. Lauren is watching. Thank you so much.
What's crazy is you mentioned numbers that are watching, and that's not even the aggregate because the tool doesn't aggregate everyone that's watching from all the different
Correct.
platforms. Like everyone that's on IG and Substack, and there's a good handful of them. It's not being pulled in, and so that's times what we're seeing by probably 2 is where. So someone was asking why we're doing this, why we're going live from a vertical perspective. Yeah, we get great attendance doing our regular horizontal streams as well, but this just does step it up and make it a lot easier for folks to consume our content while we're doing it, man. So, um, all right. Before I get to the next story,
You see
Mr.
what David say?
Yeah, I know. I mean, because he wrote a whole lot too. He wrote a whole lot. And he says, "Do y'all think self-driving cars will be a hit once the younger generation starts bragging and showing out about having personal chauffeurs and a personal Ubers driving them around?" Yeah, David, watch some of our old episodes because we go into detail, pros and cons.
I can't
Pros
wait
and
to get in one. I can't wait.
Waymo is the truth, man. Stop playing. Get in
I'm
the
waiting for
Waymo.
them to. They've been driving around in my neighborhood. I'm
Yeah,
just waiting for them to say that they're here.
them
Mr.
Jaguars, them
Van Hook,
Jaguar I-Paces are the truth.
Mr. Van Hook. I think all it takes is one person to go live, and the early adopters are definitely going to do it. And then
I
the
recorded a
masses.
video. I haven't posted it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll cut up that video. I recorded it with these. With Lord, my glasses. Okay, maybe I'll do that tonight
I
too.
think then the masses will eventually come around
Yeah.
and say, I needed to get to the airport or I needed to get to the grocery store. Now, what would be ideal is if they could partner with hospitals to somebody that's within a 5-mile radius, partner with grocery stores within a 5-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if they did something like that, partner with your local grocery store, partner with your local pharmacy, and to pick you up in a self-drive, I think that that's what would take them over the top. Being in a metropolitan area, I think that we're a couple years away from that because I talked about New York. But I think that, if you're like in a suburban area, I think that, just being able to just get to the doctor's office, the pharmacy, or the grocery store, I think you might have something.
You brought that up last week when we were talking about the new service that's coming out called Lyft Silver, right? About our seniors. So look that up if you guys know. Go Google Lyft Silver as a platform, an opportunity that's coming out from Lyft, and trying to make it more comfortable for our seniors to take some of these ride sharing platforms. But the statements that you made, what you just talked about just now, again, coordinate, partner with pharmacists, doctors, grocery stores, physical therapists, things like that. Walmart's of the world, the Targets of the world. Well, we don't mess with Target right now, but the places where we go and spend that money, and that's where you're probably going to have more attrition and more engagement from citizens for something called like a Lyft Silver. But right, someone that's 60, 70, 80 years old getting in a car with somebody they don't know to go to the store is a harder sell than an 18 or 19-year-old. But I just saw some
But they
synergy in
said,
that.
but no, so don't say it never happened because back when we were younger, they used to say, don't get in the car with strangers. And what are we doing now?
All day, every day. I just get in the car with somebody I don't
What
know.
are we doing now when it was saying, they said, don't let no strangers in your house? What are we doing now?
Good Lord.
Got Airbnb.
Yeah.
So don't say it won't happen. I just think that as times change, people tend to adapt. And once people see that it's regulated and it
Don't
seems
stand
to
so
be
close to
okay.
the TV, and everybody got these VR glasses now.
TV right there in your eyes, right in front.
Back up from the TV, boy. Okay.
Yeah,
Lord
so
have-
I just think in due time, and then unfortunately, technology, these 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, they know how to work the phones better than us now. So with that being said, they're growing up in an information age, whereas when we were coming up, we saw it coming and then we just basically grew into it, whereas they're already born into it.
That's a good point.
Solo,
that notch.
you're watching on YouTube and on Instagram. Do you see a difference in what you're watching? And do you have a preference? Because you asked that question earlier about vertical. Do you see a difference in what you're seeing on Instagram and on YouTube? So this is me reaching out to the community. And if you're anybody else that's watching on Facebook, do you see a difference? If you're watching on Substack, do you see a difference from what you're accustomed to normally seeing? Do you like this better? Do you not? And while you're putting those comments up, James, you got another article for us.
Look at you, man. That's a good little segue there. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to save this for Tall Boy for his show tomorrow. But let's go ahead and bring it up. And the reason I say save it for his show, because his show labs is more around technology for consumers, right? And technology for people to understand what's going on. Amazon, if anybody has an Amazon device, if you got a Alexa, if you got an Echo, if you got whatever else that they got with Dot, all of those devices, and you have explicitly told Amazon not to record your voice, well, too bad, because that's changing. Amazon is opting you back in to all of your voice recordings going to the cloud. That is going to take place on March 28th. So regardless of if you tell Amazon, if you tell your Echo, your Alexa, your Dot, or wherever else other name, I can't think of all the other names, Amazon hubs, whatever, to not record your voice, that's all null and void now. And folks have gotten a notice from Amazon saying that is the case. We are reaching out to let you know that the Alexa feature, do not send voice recordings, that you enabled on your supported device, will no longer be available beginning March 28th, 2025. So there you go. You don't even have to click a box. It's just going to happen. So on the 28th, be careful what you say, because again, you got these speakers and you got these listening devices in your homes, in our homes. I've got them in my house as well. Just be aware now that Amazon is collecting everything now that you say. It's not just waiting for the trigger word. Anything you record, anything you say around those devices. We knew what was happening anyway, but now it's very explicit, and there's nothing you can. What you can do is just take it out of your house. That's what you can do. That's the only alternative. So that's tough. That's tough, man. Right? That's Big Brother. That's some privacy kinds of conversations that I think about. But what are your thoughts? Because I know you shy away from having these devices in your house, right?
I hate to say this, but I told y'all. I told y'all don't put this stuff in y'all's house. I don't trust it. I'm sorry. It's bad enough that Google is already listening on the phone. But now y'all got this in the house? Man, I told y'all don't buy this stuff. But hey, hard head. Now what y'all gonna do? Throw it away? What you gonna do? Throw it, turn it off?
What you gonna do?
That's a waste of $35 now. Can you cash at me $40?
Might as well.
I told you not to do it. And it's not a rub in your face type situation, but it's one of those situations where, honestly, are you asking it to order something for you, or are you just saying, "What's the weather? Now I do have a family member. They'll say, tell the kids to hey Alexa. I hope it went off on somebody's phone in their house.
You wrong, boy. You wrong.
Call mom, right? And now it's calling, that person, or hey, set the alarm or turn off the Wi-Fi for the kids because they're not doing what I told them to do. How many people are really doing that? And then now you have to be careful for what you say in your own house.
Yes, you do.
No, man, you ain't gonna tell me what to say in my house now. You just is Alexa paying my rent?
You're gonna learn today.
That's something. But no, James. I mean, even though you were joking about it, but now it's like I gotta be careful.
That's why we brought it up.
I gotta be careful for what I say in my own house. No, you ain't. I'm not bringing that in my house. I respectfully said, do not get this. As much as I love tech, this was one device that I said is not coming in my house. Oh,
put a marker right there. So Bridget, she says, make a clip or a reel about Amazon so I can share it. That right there is gonna be cut up. Give me an hour. That right there. So you all of those animations and all that, yeah, that's gonna be cut up right there. I'm not gonna put what I'm saying in, but I'm gonna give you the flowers on that. Now, there is an alternative. If you don't want to, if you want to throw your Amazon Alexas in the trash and you want to go with something that's not cloud-based, there's a new home assistant that answers to Hey Jarvis. That is not cloud. It's a home assistant that is not cloud enabled that you can actually use as well. It's the Voice PE, $59, brings locally controlled, privacy-focused voice assistance to Home Assistant in a plug-and-play package. Once connected to Home Assistant, you can use voice to control any connected device with commands such as turn on the living room lights, lock all the doors, create a timer, etc. So there's options out there, but the 800-pound gorilla, Amazon, is saying, too bad, so sad. We're going to start recording all of these voices to start training our AI models. I'm making an assumption about that, but that's what it's for. More than likely, Siri is going to do the same thing, right? I know Apple prides themselves on privacy, but again, there's just a lot of things going on with these larger companies right now. So if you got a Google Nest or Google, whatever the Google ones are, that's probably coming as well. Amazon's the first one. We'll see if Apple does it as well, but there is an option. I'll make sure to put a link in the description so you guys can see who this alternative non-cloud hosted home assistant is. Would you do that? Would you do a non-cloud hosted home assistant?
I would have to do my research before I do that. I really would like to have automated locks. I have I ain't gonna run my business. I have some technology in the house, but I need to do my research.
I hear you.
Because my thing is, because you got to think about it. You said it is not running in the cloud, but if I'm out of town or if I'm out of the country, I'm at the doctor's office and someone breaks into my house, how am I going to know? You see what I'm saying? Like you put the ring at the door, you put the ring there. It's got to go in the cloud for you to see.
So you say, hey, I don't know. I don't like it coming. I don't like that it come in just this brown box right here. That look like you can get that at the liquor store.
So if you're not at home, then how can you say lock the doors? Solo and I got a chance to meet Swan, and they said that they had AI that would talk for you, learn your style, and if the Amazon delivery driver or somebody came to your door, it would have a whole conversation with you. Now I know that that's in the cloud, right? And I was like, man, this is going to be pretty dope because you can see the Ring doorbell and or the Swan doorbell, shall I say, and it will have the AI talk for you and use your mannerisms because it learns how you talk. And I didn't quite understand how it would learn my mannerisms if I'm not talking outside, but you got to think if it's not in the cloud, how would you be able to see the content?
Don't know. We'll see. It's early stages, but again, that's what we're bringing you, these early stage companies that are a possibility. And again, this is breaking. This is coming out. Hasn't even really hit. Folks got the email. More than likely, they didn't see the email or they didn't read the email. They just deleted the email. But on the 28th, if you got one of them devices in your house, it's going to be listing and it's going to be sending that information up to the Amazon cloud. And comments are coming in. Folks are saying, listen, this is not a good thing. Got to worry about HIPAA conversations around these devices. True, right? You got to, unfortunate, because we use these devices as adaptive aids for adults with disabilities. Real world situations, the dominoes are going to start falling.
I was listening to my aunt last week, and she said, this made us stupid.
Mm.
And she said, I remember I used to run off everybody's phone numbers. And now I don't know anybody's phone numbers.
Yeah.
And when she made the statement, I'm like, whose numbers do I know? I think I know about 4 numbers. Because without this, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, for her to say that at 80 plus years old, for her to make that statement, it's like she's seen it all, you know? And it was like, man, as much as I love this technology, is it too much too fast? But it's not going to stop.
Yeah. True.
But is it too much too fast? And now to hear that it's now listening to your conversations, that's rough.
And you don't have the choice. Yeah. And you don't have the choice. The dominoes are falling today. Mama's saying that. And then smartphones made some people less intelligent. Convenience expands our capacity and reveals our limitations. Daddy is coming with some bangers over there. Yeah, we're going to get him on the show. Yeah, we're going to get him on the show.
Yeah, I can't see him. He must be on Substack.
He over here on Substack with this what a highfalutin folks are. Substack is where.
Look at him using these big words. We're
gonna that's the new one right there. Hey, that's the new one.
Him and Revis to break down highfalutin.
Yeah, that's the word of the day. That could be your word of the day, highfalutin. Listen, man. Let me look at these comments, man, because I won't be cognizant of time. Let's see. We got those. We got those. Awesome. 2 Chains was saying, hold on, how was a web-based voice assistant supposed to work if it doesn't capture your voice? We will see, sir. Yeah, I don't know. Mama saying she ran into some situations at work. Tech is good and bad. People can't function for themselves. Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of people.
My goodness. Tammy hitting them in the throat. Okay. Shame on you. I know a lot of numbers. Shame on you. I know a lot of numbers. I don't save numbers in my phone just so I can stay on point. Solo calling you out. It's all good.
See, it's all good.
It's all good. But
he's asking you, what is Substack?
Substack, yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier, man. Appreciate the question again. Substack is a online platform. It's where I host one of my technology-based newsletters. So it's like ConvertKit, or which is not just Kit. It's like Beehive. It's like MailChimp. So again, online newsletter platform, but they're a little more robust in the functionality. So you can actually synchronize your audio podcast as well with Spotify. And now they've just rolled out the ability. They already had the ability to go live using your mobile phone, but I've just got access recently to actually go live from my studio as well. So I'm using all of my big equipment, all of my infrastructure, and streaming live to that platform as well. So bringing in a whole nother audience that this type of conversation matters. So yeah, having that functionality and that capability. That is, this Substack is a content management system with social interface tools, blogging, podcasting, and video conferencing. Who is this man? Who? This man, and what are you firing up ChatGPT? This man right here. Yeah, I might have to send you a discount code for some merch. Don't even know. But coming with some bangers.
But guess what? He's appreciating the content.
appreciate the content because been here the whole time. We went over today. You know, if we was at church, you know, we would say we ain't gonna hold you long, but we held you for a little while. We held you for a little while. Okay. Tall boy, take us to the house, man. Go and bring this plane in, sir.
As we always say, this technology is here. It's on you whether or not you want to rock with it or not. We've showed you, we told you, and now the question is what you're going to do about it. So, ball's in your court. Until next week.
We out.